So what is thread? Thread is what? See, thread is a lightweight process, okay, or you can say the sub process, which runs parallelly as a small unit. Okay, and it is the part of Java multi-threading. So that is the part of Java multi-threading. What is multi-threading? Threading means like, see, we have multiple programs or multiple process which we want to execute. Okay, so it means we can run two or more process at a single time. So how threads are created? Ideally, see, threads are created in two ways. That are created in two ways. First is what we can do. We can extend thread class, and second is we can implement runnable interface. So that is this interface. So these are the two concepts which we have. First is to extend thread class, and second is to implement runnable interface. So how we can implement this? So for that purpose, let me go to Eclipse. And now let me create a program for thread. Remember, thread is an inbuilt class. So we are not supposed to create a class with the name of thread or runnable. So what I'll do, let me create a class thread test. The class name should be like this. And now let me create a package com.java thread test. All right. Now what we can do, we can see, leave this for the main class. Okay. So that I'm leaving as a main class, and let me create a class test. Now thread has a life cycle. What is in that life cycle? That life cycle has methods start, init, then start, run, sleep, okay, stop, destroy. Apart from that, some other methods as well. That is alive. Sleep has some parameter that comes in ms millisecond. Okay. Then is alive, set priority, is alive, no space, set priority like this. So these all are the methods which we can implement this. But what is the basic program? How we can create a thread? Remember, this is the life cycle. If you are going to call start, so that can run your thread. Okay. Init is our default process. It is our choice if we want to override. So yes, we can override. Otherwise, that is not required. So what I'll do, let me create a method first of all. So that method is public void run. And then I'll just type this out. I from run method. So this method which I created. Now let me go with the main. And in main, let me create object of this test. Test equals to new test. This is a simple oops. So let me just go with test.run. Now you can see that run method belongs to test class. Fine. Now if I'm going to run this, we'll got the output. The output is hi from run method. So that is fine. But now if we want to put the feature of thread in this, what I'll do, let me extend thread. Now what happened? This test has all the methods of thread. Now let me press test dot. You can see we have n number of methods. These all methods belongs to thread, and thread also have its own method run. Okay, but now run is override by us. So now what I'll do, let me go with the life cycle of thread. So that is the start. Now if I'll go with start, let me run this code. So we got hi from run. Why this happened? Because see, this is the life cycle of thread. Initialization has done, and after that we did a start. So when we did the start, so run will call by default because run is the next method of the thread class. Now, what is the second way to implement this? The second way is, let me go with runnable. So I'll just go with test runnable. Now in this, let me again create a class test run that will going to implement runnable. Now this. Now when we implement any interface, then what happened? It is necessary for us to override the method. What I'll do, if I'll hover my mouse over there, it gives me the definition. Looks good. So the approach is same, but see, runnable will also call with thread. We cannot directly call this runnable. So it means if we want to put this runnable in picture, so what we require? We require thread as well. And how can we do this? So this is test run. Now, let me just go with our main. And if I'll create object of this test run, uh, this is small, it was to new. Now, see, if I'll call test run dot method is start. So we don't have a start method. Why? Because runnable is an interface. If you want to put this inside the thread, so you need to call this with the object of thread class. So let me just go with a thread t1 equals to new thread, and it is asking a runnable. So runnable we had created for runnable interface. We had mapped this runnable to test run, and we had created this reference as a test run. So it will automatically have the test run. Now what we can do? We can simply call t1 dot start. Let me run this. We got the same. Now see why? Because this thread ideally required runnable as a parameter. So whatever be the runnable we'll have. So we had implemented runnable interface in this test run, and that test run can easily identify this. So this is very basic section of the multi-threading. Okay, or we can say the thread. We are not on a multi-threading. This is the introduction of thread.